Right, Cabbage fans, we're here to build the 1937 Mercedes 230 set 2250, 305 pieces, one mini dude. This is a limited edition set. There's the side, top, bottom, back of the box, some information here, some information there, something about the mini dude, and we've got a certificate of authenticity inside. Let's get this built and I'll see you on the other side. Right, so we've got the model built. Model one, he said then. Model built. We're going to do a little review of the model first, then we'll get into the kind of history of the set itself. So there it is on its plinth. There's some missing parts there. I'll explain why in a second. Mainly because you get your lovely certificate there. So my set is number, what is my number? I don't know, 245. So if we take this out of the plastic wallet, there it is, 245, approved, signed by the CEO, all that stuff. So really cool. I'll keep that nice and neat and safe somewhere. And then inside here you have your laser printed parts. So if I open up this bag, people are probably screaming at this point going, why are you opening them? It's limited edition. But otherwise just a bag of plastic. So they're laser printed there. So you've got one side the Mercedes 230, so that pops onto the stand. I'll probably struggle to do this because the clutch power of these things are incredible. And then we've got the other side. So once together you get that. So my 1937 Mercedes number 245. Now same as the Horch, so I've got the Horch here to hand, same as that, number 939 there. So I thought I'd get them out as a comparison, to be honest. Just got two there. These are my first kind of two limited edition. But let's get into the Mercedes itself. So it pops off the plinth quite easily. The plinth is just kind of a couple of bricks like that. Nice and easy, the old stand there. So let's get into the Mercedes itself. So, lovely prints on the front for the number plate and the grille here. Really cool Mercedes there. That is so cool, that little, the little badge there. I love that detail with the old 3 spiked thing. Love the smoothness of this set. My only big issue is the roof. I wish those were all one piece because it looks a little bit messy, I'd say. But I know that's probably not going to be easiest to mould. Has some doors, so it has the classic suicide doors on here that open the wrong way, and then the right way on the back. So that was classic kind of the Mercedes at the time. I'm trying to get a good image of that. And then same on this side, so you have the suicide door that opens this way, and then the right way there on that side. Hoping you can see that okay. And then, because there's a lot of black in this model, and also it has the boot that opens, or the trunk, whatever you want to call it. We're all friends here, there's no right or wrong, although boot is right. And then inside there's a briefcase. On the back we have a Mercedes kind of badge there, and some nice little printings on the wheel arches, so it looks really cool. And let's not forget the lovely details on the hubcaps here, so they look amazing. Although sadly I have got a misprint, so I don't know if that's going to be worth more, having a misprint. Get the camera in focus, shall we? It's struggling a little bit here, isn't it, because of the light in this room. Yeah, so overall I'm really chuffed for this model. I think it looks awesome. It's really cool. Looks exactly like the car. Some lovely printing on it. I'm going to pop it back on its stand, which probably won't go too well. Let's have a look at the Mini Dude himself. Now, we're going to go into some history of all this in a minute, so I'll explain the Mini Dude in a second. Let's get that focused. There he is. So, some lovely printing detail on him. He's got a lovely kind of hat there. Nice printing on the chest piece. And he's got his list, which is a lovely print. I believe this is what makes this set unique, is that. But he looks great. So he's the driver of the car. We will go into the history of the car and the dude in a second. Right, should go into some more detail about the 1937 Merc 230. It was also known as the Mercedes-Benz W143, and it was produced between 1937 and 1941-45. There weren't many produced after 1941, to be fair, but the overall life, there was 20,336 produced. It had a max speed of 116 kilometers an hour, and it had a 2.2 litre engine, which was a petrol, but there was a diesel version eventually. It was a front engine, so the front engine there, and a rear wheel drive, so it's what they call an FR type, and it was made in Stuttgart. Now that's a little bit about the car. Let's go into a little bit about the Mini Dude. We won't talk about him too much, but I believe he is Oskar Schneider, I think, or Schindler, sorry, Oskar Schindler, sorry, from, everyone's seen the film Schindler's List, and I believe that's who this guy's based on. And he had an enamel factory. He's credited to have saved about 1,200 Jewish people, although he was a member of the Nazi party, so it's a bit of a controversial figure, probably why they didn't name him on the set, but I believe that's who it is from the list there. That looks like it's something to do with his enamel factory. So that's about him. Now let's go into a little bit of history about Mercedes. We've all seen Mercedes cars, or Mercs, or Mercedes-Benz, whatever you want to call them, and they started in 1926, and they're 94 years old, and they came from the Daimler, this is a tough one, Daimler Motorrengelschaft, no, oh my god, 1901 Merc, and Carl Benz Patent Mottwagen, which is widely regarded as the first ever internal combustion engine in a self-propelled motor vehicle. That's a bit of a mouthful itself as well. Sorry about the names again. German, not my strong point. Struggle with English, to be honest. And their slogan is "the best or nothing," and they are the largest seller of premium vehicles, having sold 2.3 million worldwide. That's in 2018. I mentioned about the little three-pointed, let's get this to focus, three-pointed thing on the front there. Now this was devised because they wanted to have universal motorization on land, water and air. So that's where that came from. And some notable inventions by Mercedes. They invented the honeycomb radiator. They were one of the first people to have 4 brakes on each wheel. Well, 1 brake on 4 wheels, not 4 brakes on 1 wheel. Yeah, I'm doing well here. The first ever diesel car. They had crumple zones, traction control in 1987. They invented ABS. They had airbags, one of the first cars in Europe to have airbags. 2003 they had the first 7G speed box or gearbox, so 7 gears. They invented the ESP, which they shared with everyone worldwide. And in 1980 they had the first ever robotic car, which is very kind of apt for nowadays, so we have so many of them coming out. So you can thank little old Mercedes here for a few innovative things on your motor vehicles now. Yeah, great little set. I love the model itself. It looks awesome. Really does capture the kind of car itself. As usual, strange but cool looking mini dude. He's obviously unique to this set. Definitely worth picking up if you can. Obviously it's a limited edition, so they do a small run of these. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. And of course, if you didn't like this email, buy yourself a 1937 Mercedes and drive on up to me and let me know. Cheers, bye bye.